President William Ruto hits 1,000 days in office. So workers are pocketing much less monthly pay following the introduction of multiple hefty statutory deductions by the Kenya Kwanza administration. The deductions have seen the take home of most employees breaching the Employment Act of 2007, which prohibits employers deducting more than 2/3 of basic pay. So with the rising cost of living and stagnated wages because of hard economic times, families are struggling to meet their expenses, and that story has been highlighted on page 8 of the Daily Nation. Yeah, so you can also tell us how you think President William Ruto has performed since he became the president of Kenya. Do you think he has actually delivered on the promises he made during the campaigns? And also the fact that he has been defending the economy, saying that the economy has and the cost of living has gone down. So share your views about that. Also, we have a story about singer Samido, yeah, and police declare him a deserter and call for his arrest. So Mugithi star Samuel Mushoki, popularly known as Samido, who was recently transferred to the anti-stock theft unit by police chiefs, unhappy with his political performances, is in more trouble. So we are going to look at that story on page 9 of the Daily Nation. Also, 71,000 defaulters blacklisted as HELB owed 35 billion Kenya shillings. So some 310,942 former students who secured funding from the Higher Education Loans Board, that is HELB, have not repaid 35 billion Kenya shillings. The notorious ones have been listed by credit reference bureaus. So that story is on page 4 of the Daily Nation also, and I want you to listen to this carefully. While cohabiting for long will now be deemed as a marriage. So the court going forward may have your back if you've been cohabiting with your partner for over a decade without formalizing the union. Yeah, so that story has been highlighted on page 12 of the Daily Nation. So continue interacting with us. Tell us what you think about our top story this morning, particularly about Albert Ojwang, who now the pathologist claimed, or the pathologist ruled out that he did not actually commit suicide, but he was tortured and strangled. Yeah, so you can tell us what you think about that information. Also, President William Ruto, 1,000 days in office. Do you think he has delivered on his promises? Yeah, you can share your views through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraza TV Kenya, YouTube Faraza TV Media, TikTok Faraza.tv.media, Instagram Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. Remember to include your name and where you're watching us from. Yeah, we want to hear from you. Yeah, and about Ojwang was actually murdered. Police cover-up of teacher's death exposed amid queries on names of arresting officers. Yeah, also the nation is calling for the resignation of the deputy IG, that is Eliud Lagat, who actually instructed Ojwang to be arrested. Yeah, so postmortem report exposes police lie that Ojwang hit his head on a cell wall and finds that he was assaulted and tortured to death. So while police station officers have been interdicted, the DCI detectives who arrested him remain unknown. Yeah, so an attempt by the police to cover up how a teacher died in custody has unraveled after a postmortem examination yesterday exposed he was tortured to death. Yeah, so the initial lie by the police that Albert Ojwang hit his head on a cell wall in an attempt to weave a narrative of suicide collapsed spectacularly after pathologists found gruesome injuries in quote consistent with external assault. Yeah, so Ojwang had been arrested from his rural home, that is in Homa Bay County, on Saturday following a complaint against him by Eliud Lagat and locked up at Nairobi's Central Police Station, only to be reported dead. hours later. So NPS spokesperson Mushiru Nyaga on Sunday initially sought to explain the death of the teacher, a calm blogger, saying, and I quote, "The suspect sustained head injuries after hitting his head against the cell wall," end of quote. But the postmortem examination conducted at the city mortuary concluded the cause of death was head injury and blunt trauma, with pathologists ruling out self-inflicted injuries. Yeah, so Ojwang's body bore multiple signs of physical abuse, including bruises on the torso, face, and limbs. His head was visibly deformed and blood was seen oozing from his nose. So the autopsy revealed he had signs of torture with injuries that were not self-inflicted. Yeah, so speaking after the postmortem examination, lead pathologist, that is Dr. Bernard Midira, say the team, which included 5 pathologists, represented all parties, among them the IPOA and civil society groups, had reached a consensus on the cause of death. Yeah, so, and I just want to quote what Dr. Midira said, and I quote, "We found serious injuries to the head, signs of neck compression, and multiple soft tissue injuries on the lips," end of quote. So and also I just want to quote what Mr. Meshach Ojwang, the father of the blogger, said in a quote, "Eliud Lagat, were you the one who sent your people? What did he do to deserve this? Why was my child crucified?" End of quote. So this is a story that you are following it closely, and I hope that the people who did this horrible act will be held accountable. So you can find the rest of the story on page 2 of the Daily Nation. Also, ODM leader Raila Odinga said that Ojwang's death erodes state and police credibility. Yeah, so Raila Odinga has condemned the death of Albert Ojwang, a teacher and a blogger from Voi, while in police custody. He described this as an erosion of the, in quotes, authority and credibility of the police and the state. Mr. Odinga said that it was unfortunate that Mr. Ojwang joins the, in quotes, horrifying long list of young and defenseless Kenyans whose lives have been cut short in brutal and senseless circumstances at the hands of the police. Yeah, so I hope justice will be served. Yeah, so we also have the same story highlighted on page 3 of the national on the Daily Nation, and the widow of Ojwang, he's saying that his husband had big plans for family and also the community. Yeah, so you can find it on page 3. Also, lawmakers warn IPOA over Ojwang murder investigation. So MPs are demanding that external investigators be brought in to investigate the brutal killings of social media influencer Albert Ojwang, as they lack confidence in the IPOA. So the outraged legislators say they will not allow cover-ups and will but nothing until individuals involved in the death of the 31-year-old are brought to book. So you can also tell us what you think about this information. Also, the pathologist finding that actually Ojwang did not killed himself the way the National Police Service had ruled earlier, but he was actually tortured and strangled. Yeah, so you can tell us what you think. Do you actually think that our police officers are doing actually the job that they were mandated to? Yeah, so share your views about that through our social media handles and our SMS number that is on your screen. And moving on, we have a story about HELB and 71,000 students loan defaulters blacklisted as HELB owed 35 billion Kenya shillings. So amount owed can fund education of 289,000 students for an academic year. Yeah, so HELB loan defaulters over the year So from 1975 to 1995, we had 11,117 defaulters. Yeah, and the money was 682.29 million Kenya shillings. From 1995 to 2009, there were 20,886 defaulters, and the money is 2.65 billion Kenya shillings. From 2010 to 2018, there are 53,208 defaulters, and the money that has accumulated is 7.31 billion Kenya shillings. Yeah, so you can notice that the number keeps rising. Yeah, so from 2019 and 2020, defaulters, the number of people who have, or students who have defaulted is 68,892, and the money that has accumulated is 6.7 billion Kenya shillings. 2020-2021, there are 87,391 defaulters, and the cash is 8.4 billion Kenya shillings. So 2021-2022, there are 94,216 defaulters, and the money is 10.24 billion Kenya shillings. In 2022-2023, there are 137,793 defaulters, and the money has accumulated to 20.1 billion Kenya shillings. Yeah, so some 310,942 former students who benefited from HELB have defaulted on loan repayment, totaling 35 billion Kenya shillings. Yeah, so that has been revealed. So of this, 71,806 have already been negatively listed with Metropole and Union credit reference bureaus, so potentially locking them out of access to credit facilities. So however, for 12,194 other individuals have been repaying their loans, and they have been listed positively for performing loans. So according to HELB Chief Executive Geoffrey Monari, the amount owed is enough to fund the education of 289,000 students in university and colleges for a full academic year. Yeah, so the board awards study loans to deserving students for their upkeep as well as part of their tuition fees. So upon maturity, the loans are payable at an interest rate of 4%. So the details of the defaulters come at a time the government is struggling to finance students in higher education as their numbers increase and exchequer funding remains static. Yeah, so in the 2024-2025 financial year, 34.9 billion Kenya shillings had been budgeted for student loans through HELB. Yeah, so you can also tell us what you think about the information or the revelation, and you will find the full story about that on page 4 of the edition. Also, moving on, we have a story still in the education sector, why state may not know the exact number learners. Yeah, so the management system was manipulated with some learners details erased. So that is what the MPs were told. So the revelations which impact management of capitation funds came as audit flagged the ownership of NEMIS. And I just want to quote what Frederick Mujumba said in a quote. We have noticed that some of these learners have been deleted from various points. In some cases, a cyber cafe operator removed learners from the system. Yeah, end of quote. So the government may not know the exact number of learners in public and private schools following revelations of the National Education Management Information System, that is the NEMIS, with the Ministry of Education which the Ministry of Education has been using to capture learner data was manipulated with some records erased. So the revelation which impact the management of capitation funds in schools emerged as Auditor General Nancy Gathongo flags the ownership of NEMIS in her audit report on the accounts of the State Department for Basic Education for the 2022 2023 financial year. The report is currently under consideration by the Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly. So you can also tell us what you think about the fact that the state may not know the exact number of learners. Also, you should be aware that grade 9 pupils have started choosing their preferred or selecting their preferred pathways, and the government has urged parents, guardians, and also teachers to guide the students while selecting the subjects that they are going to undertake in senior school and also their school. So the school. So share your views about that through our social media handles and our SMS number that is on your screen. We want to hear from you. And on page 8 of the Daily Nation, we have a story of singer Samido, and police declare him a deserter, faces arrest. So the National Police Service has been instructed to stop his salary immediately and officers to visit his home. So 10 is the number of days that the Anti-Stock Theft Unit 6 Samuel Ndiragu Mushoki, popularly known as Samido, has missed work. So a memo states that he failed to report to work after being transferred from Central to Gilgil. So 12 days after Mugithi star Samuel Ndiragu Mushoki, popularly known as Samido, shared a cryptic post following his transfer, his commander has accused him of deserting duty and called for his arrest. So in an internal memo, Kennedy Baraza, writing on behalf of Anti-Stock Theft Unit boss Joseph Limo, stated that Mr. Samido failed to report to work on May 27th after being transferred from the Central Region Police Headquarters to Gilgil. So Mr. Baraza said the singer had been absent for over 10 days without explanation, qualifying him as a deserter under police service regulations. So he directed the NPS to stop his salary immediately and instructed officers to visit Mr. Samido's home in Gatumbiro, Nyandarua County, to establish his whereabouts. So efforts by the paper to reach Samido were unsuccessful by press time. So according to the NPS, desertion has serious consequences, including dismissal, criminal charges, imprisonment, a criminal record, and loss of benefits. So it also reduces police capacity, affects morale, and undermines public confidence. So you can find the full story about that on page 9 of the Daily Nation. So let's look at the story that has been highlighted on the Standard newspaper this morning. We have the same story about a singer Samido. So it reads, police declare Samido deserter, faces arrest over, in quotes, one-term rule. So you can find the full story about that on page 3 of the Standard newspaper. Also, we have a story about the blogger who was murdered. So according to the autopsy, he was actually killed. So you can find the full story about that on page 4. So who is the killer cop? You can tell us what you think. Who is the killer cop? So also on page 5, give me answers, Ojwang's father tells DIG Lagat. And the country has been calling for the resignation of Deputy Inspector General Eliud Lagat because he was actually the one who instigated his arrest, and that is Ojwang arrest. So MPs pile pressure on Ruto and Kanja to punish Ojwang killers. So also on page 6, President William Ruto, Murkomen, who's the Cabinet Secretary of Interior, remain mum as autopsy shows Ojwang killed. So that story has been highlighted on page 6. Also, courts 14 rules for suspect safety in custody. You can find it on page of page 7 of the Standard newspaper. Also, we have a story about the control of budget, Margaret Nyakango. So President Office spent, according to her, President Office spent 3 billion Kenya shillings in 9 months. So she also faults government for spending before seeking parliament approval. Yeah, so you can look at that story on page 9 of the Standard newspaper. On page 10, we have a story about the ongoing political campaigns that we've started witnessing here in the country, and the court has declared it as illegal. Yeah, so judges rule of season campaigns violate right to equal legal protection. 3 judge bench orders AG to act and enact campaign law within 12 months. So, and I just want to quote what the 3 judge bench ruled, and I quote: when people focus on political campaigns, they neglect their duties. Tokens from politicians cannot replace regular income, creating family division and a culture of political dependency. Yeah, end of quote. So the court has ruled the early political campaigns as illegal. Yeah, also we have a story about Chandarua Foundation leading partner support for children's home in West Pokot. That story has been highlighted on page 10 of the Standard newspaper. Yeah, and it's my time now to take a short break, but you can continue interacting with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube Faraja TV Media, TikTok faraja.tv.media, and our SMS number is 0703339959, and remember to include your name and where you're watching us from, and I'll be coming back with an amazing guest. Today we are going to talk about the evolution of dreadlocks. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Don't touch that dial.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Wow, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's art. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m., I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how to handle these big and disturbing topics at Faraja TV Kenya and all our social media platforms. Thank you.
Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and good times.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Kwa majina ni John Mragori, ninakuletea program ya uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu, na programu yetu ya kujia mnamo siku ya kila Jumapili saa 1:30 katika runinga yetu ya Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha. Karibu sana, karibu pamoja, tushirikiane katika uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu. Karibuni na mbarikiwe sana. God bless you. God see you through.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Blast show on Faraja TV, where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts, your boy Big Man Kyuga,
and of course, Mickey Omchambulis.
And Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Ujambo mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu ndani ya Fahamu Siasa na Wanasiasa. Hapa tutakuwa tunaangazia masuala ya katiba, uchumi na teknolojia. Vile vile utaweza kufahamu na kujua kazi ya mjumbe wako, seneta wako, MCA wako kila siku ya Jumatatu na Alhamisi kuanzia mida ya saa 3 hadi saa 5. Ukiletewa nami Peter Mohoro. Usikose kutazama Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Siku na mchana nakupa sifa, day and night Lord.
Indeed tunakupa sifa zote ni kwako ewe Mungu. This is Nuru ya Injili Gospel Show, ambapo tutakuwa tunawaletea amazing guests, amazing artists, inspired ministers of the world.
And we shall be having interesting conversations. It shall be hot, it shall be fire, it shall be rejuvenating right here at Nuru ya Injili. Of course, hii si ya kukosa. Kutakuwa na mixes kali, new song, new bangers, na hii mtazamaji wetu utapenda. Kutakuwa na a lot of fun yenyewe mwenyewe huwezi miss.
I will be your host, Jack Favor.
And I, your co-host, Caroline Jerry. Alongside DJ Tish.
Every Sunday.
From 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Nuru ya Injili, only at Faraja TV.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Well, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's arts. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m, I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how to handle these big and disturbing topics at Faraja TV Kenya and all our social media platforms. Thank you.
Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and good times.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Kwa majina ni John Mragori, ninakuletea program ya uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu, na programu yetu ya kujia mnamo siku ya kila Jumapili saa 1:30 katika runinga yetu ya Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha. Karibu sana, karibu pamoja tushirikiane katika uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu. Karibuni na mbarikiwe sana. God bless you. God see you through.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Blast show on Faraja TV,
where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts,
your boy Big Man Kyuga,
and of course, Mickey Omchambulis,
and Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Ujambo mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu ndani ya Fahamu Siasa na Wanasiasa. Hapa tutakuwa tunaangazia masuala ya katiba, uchumi na teknolojia. Vile vile utaweza kufahamu na kujua kazi ya mjumbe wako, seneta wako, MCA wako kila siku ya Jumatatu na Alhamisi kuanzia mida ya saa 3 hadi saa 5. Ukiletewa nami Peter Muhoro. Usikose kutazama Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Siku na mchana nakupa sifa, day and night Lord.
Indeed, tunakupa sifa zote ni kwako ewe Mungu. This is Nuru ya Injili Gospel Show, ambapo tutakuwa tunawaletea amazing guests, amazing artists, inspired ministers of the world.
And we shall be having interesting conversations. It shall be hot, it shall be fire, it shall be rejuvenating right here at Nuru ya Injili. Of course, hii si ya kukosa. Kutakuwa na mixes kali, new song, new bangers, na hii mtazamaji wetu utapenda. Kutakuwa na a lot of fun yenyewe mwenyewe huwezi miss.
I will be your host, Jack Favor.
And I, your co-host, Caroline Jerry, alongside DJ Tish.
Every Sunday
from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Nuru ya Injili, only at Faraja TV.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Welcome back. This is still Morning Updates and my name is Vicky Kipto. You can continue interacting with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, and Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya. Our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. You can tell us what you think about our top story that was on our publication this morning. We want to hear from you what you think about our top story, particularly about Ojwang's death that the pathologist has ruled out that he did not kill himself. It wasn't actually suicide but murder. So share your thoughts about that. We want to hear from you. And the way I just promised you earlier, we have an amazing guest here in studio. Yeah, and he's the entrepreneur behind Joram Locks. I know you've seen Joram Locks in social media. It's everywhere. Yeah, so karibu sana Joram.
Nice to meet you, Vicky.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for finding time and coming to Faraja TV.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Mhm.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, so today we'll be talking about everything we need to know about locks. Yeah, and first introduce yourself.
Yeah,
So who is Joram?
I go by names of Joram Victor.
Mhm.
Of course, as you know, CEO of Joram Locks.
Mhm.
Your favorite loctician.
Wow.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the way you're confident, your favorite. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, so karibu sana. Yeah, so how did you start Joram Locks?
I would say Joram Locks has been here like for some time.
Mhm.
I didn't just start yesterday. I've been in this business for about, let's say, like right now, I'll say like 8 years,
Mhm.
8 good years.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I started like
8 years ago.
8 years ago,
Mhm.
from a humble beginning whereby like I was being employed.
So you started as an employee?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I didn't just come out from nowhere. Like then I started like.
Yeah, we always
my
have to
own-
start from somewhere. That
Yeah,
is
sure,
true.
sure.
Yeah, so when did you start Joram Locks?
As me myself,
Mhm.
I'll give you like solid 5 years.
Mhm.
Me myself to start my own brand,
Mhm.
and of course it hasn't been a smooth journey, but it's been a worthy journey. That's what I can say.
Mhm.
Due to the experience I'm having
Mhm.
and everything like that.
Mhm.
So I'm enjoying the journey.
Mhm.
So far, a lot is yet to come. That's
Mhm.
what I can say.
Yeah. And let me take you back a little bit. When you were growing up, did you want to venture into the hair industry?
Not really. Apparently, I
Mhm.
wanted to be a fashion designer.
Mhm.
Of course, if you see me, you guys, you know.
That is true.
If I was, I think that was my dream.
Mhm.
But of course, you know, I had like some inspiration from another person,
Mhm.
so I had to divert
Mhm.
into this. So I entered this business out of like passion,
Mhm.
because I was inspired. I just wanted to be like the other person, you know.
Mhm.
So it inspired me to learn this with passion.
Mhm.
Of course, out of that, it has made me like the guy I am right now,
Mhm.
because I was doing this thing when I wanted.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were first employed to do locks.
Yeah. Not even employed. I had to learn.
Mhm. So
Then,
you went to school to learn?
No.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, I got a chance to work with that guy.
Mhm.
He gave me a chance, so he taught me. I didn't go to school for this, so this is natural.
Natural.
Yeah.
It's a talent.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
So from there, of course, I've been employed like by like 3 people, I would
Mhm.
say, yeah.
And that is when you decided to start your own
when,
business.
You know, as a kid, if you really have to move from your parents' house,
Mhm.
I had to go. I chased mine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while we were growing up, most of the time we were told that dreadlocks, people who have dreadlocks are not good people. They are thieves.
Yeah.
They are immoral people.
I like that perception.
They are dirty people. But I think that has changed over time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even companies right now, they're employing people who,
True.
especially guys,
True.
who have dreadlocks. So what do you think has changed over the years?
What has changed, I think, the generation which had like such a perception,
Mhm.
slowly,
Mhm.
they have gone into retirement.
Mhm.
So people like me, like
Mhm.
people like nowadays you find like the company is
Mhm.
full of like not old people, like
Yeah.
elderly
That has
people.
changed.
They're the one who had like such mentality.
Mhm.
Up to now they have it,
Mm.
but luckily enough, right now
Mm.
you have people in the office
Mhm.
who can understand,
Who are young.
also know what's
Who embrace
the industry.
diversity. Yeah, that
sure.
is true. That is true. And not only in employment industry, even when it comes to marriage.
Yeah.
Kidogo
You go,
unasikia,
then you tell, oh,
ako na dredi,
yeah.
aji sasa.
But sorry is about here. It's not about what I have on my head.
Mhm.
Sorry is what I have in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. And when did you start keeping your own dreadlocks?
Mine. Okay, apparently me, I always play with my locks also. Like I said, I started like this journey when I started like doing the locks. That's why I started like growing my locks. That's why you see them, they are long, but at times I can cut them off. It's something we call like grafting. When I get tired of being short, then I graft them back.
Well, grafting. At least we've learnt a new thing, but you're going to explain to us so that we can understand a little more what grafting entails. But now you can take us through Joram Locks, what you do. I can see when I was researching, I realized that you also do manicure and pedicure. I thought you only concentrated on the locks, but take us through the services you offer at Joram Locks.
Joram Locks is a beauty salon, but mostly we specialize in dreadlocks. All kind of dreadlocks. Give it a natural dreadlocks, artificial, sister locks. Everything you need to know about dreadlocks, dreadlocks maintenance. But on the side of that, we also offer other services. That's what people, I think, like sometimes they don't know. And also maybe you go on our socials, you see like we most like post about like dreadlocks.
But and I also think it's because of the name Joram Locks. So what comes in our mind when we hear Joram Locks?
Sure. Dreadlocks. Yeah, but we all have like stylists who do like literally everything that you need to find in the salon. Give it nail services, braiding, work, tweezing, and everything. We have it in the salon.
Yeah. And is it easy to start, maintain, and grow a business here in the country?
I would say like not like every country. It's not easy to start a business, by the way, but how will you know that you will manage if you don't start? I think most of the times you have to start something to know
you have to risk.
Yeah, to know that it will work out. If it doesn't work out, if it works out, then all I can say, you just have to start something. But however much there are so like some challenges, but you just need to face them. Of course, you can't just be slobbing all the time. Unafaa kupanda.
Hiyo ni ukweli. And I've also learned that you have a branch in Nairobi. Actually, you started in Nairobi.
Yeah, like our main salon is in Nairobi.
Yeah. And you also have a branch here in Nakuru. Yeah. Any other branch?
Soon coming.
So how do you connect with the branches that you have, you being the CEO?
I think you just need to be versatile. There's a guy like, I forgot his name. He owned like this, a flight called Virgin something. I forgot. That guy, like, there's a time I was searching about him. So in business, you just don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be everywhere. You always need to get like the right people
that is
to
true.
do for you that job. As long as you get a certified people who know what they are doing and everything like that. Because Joram Locks, me as Joram, I can't be in Nairobi and I can't be in Nakuru.
At the same time,
and soon like I'm going to open like other branches, I'm not going to manage to be there. As long as I get like the perfect people,
the right people
to do for me that job.
Yeah, that is true. And the way when you're introducing yourself, you see that Joram is the best.
Of course.
And for you to make Joram the best, you cannot do it alone.
You can't.
Yeah, you need people at the ground. The people who make the dreadlocks. So how do you identify talent?
Because like I said, I didn't just come out from some invite into this business. Because apparently, I can get someone, I add skills onto them. Me, if I am with my employees, I'm someone who's free on the ground, because I have to show them what I want. I have to show them what my clients will want if I'm not there. Like I want you as my client, you come to the salon, you're getting someone, Paul, Jose, but you just see me. Whatever you're going to get out of me, you get out from them.
And I think that is easy for you because you started at the bottom. As an employee, so you understand everything.
So I know like whatever like goes down around and what.
Hawezi kuchenga.
No.
Unajua.
Kabisa.
So who are your target customers?
Personal side don't have a target customer.
Yeah.
Because I welcome all the clients to me.
Mhm.
But I think the only person who's not my target customer
Mm.
is that person who undermine or like underlook my
Yeah,
service.
yeah.
That's not mine. That's like, don't come, please.
You don't want negativity, you don't
I
want negative energy.
Yeah, I'm not here by mistake.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, wow, that is
Yeah.
incredible. And you said about negativity. So do you ever receive negative feedback?
Yeah, there are people who are there. Like someone will just come. You try. You know me. Like I said, I know what I'm doing. Okay, it's not like I know what I'm doing. A customer is always right. But you as my client, it's also like my responsibility to tell you, dear client, however much you want this, it's not going to be good for your hair. Like, let's do this.
So you guide them first.
Yeah, you have to
and
guide
especially nowadays, because they come with a picture and maybe the shape of the head is not the same, but they want to look exactly.
If you insist, I'll just tell you, madam, we are going to do what you want, but expect so and so. But that person will come back to you telling you, oh, my hair, you get. But you try to tell them what to do, you get. Yeah.
Wow.
So that I don't like such.
Haupendi hiyo negativity.
No.
But it's good to be honest. It's good to be honest.
Yeah.
So what makes Joram stands out?
Me as a person, I think I don't rest. Like I stand out because I don't rest. I rest like to see like, okay, I'm here. What am I doing next? I don't want to wake up like every day when I'm just doing like the same thing. You get like it's also tiresome. That is not a good food for my soul, like to be just there. So what makes me outstanding? So I do a lot of research because you know there is also competition and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is true.
I have to invest in new things, like so that I can be like mbele every time.
Yeah. So that makes you the best.
Kabisa.
You do research. You know, people don't like doing research.
You have to.
Especially nowadays.
People like, they are not interesting. There are many young kids that are coming, so I don't want myself to just be there.
They don't want to get tired. They don't want to make their hands dirty, in other words.
Yeah, also many people, like clients, they come to the salon, they find me like working, like normally they be like, oh, you could be there in the office and you could be like there just receiving money. No, I'm not just here for money also. I also like,
because I've seen through the videos that I saw, you also do the dreadlocks. You still do the dreadlocks despite you being the CEO. Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah, because that like, it's a passion.
And I think that is what makes you the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take us through the services, the products that you use.
Or
what do you look for when you're choosing a product?
What I can say, I wouldn't say like all the products that we use, but I'll simplify and say like when I'm considering a product, I use like product that don't have like a lot of like chemicals onto them, because nowadays like we have like many challenges of like cancer and stuff like that, so I wouldn't want that to happen to my clients. So I always go like herbal, like products that are rich in like natural nutrients, so that like they won't cause like any harm or damage to my clients.
So that is nice. You talked about research, and I believe that you always do the research in the social media. So how has technology impacted the industry?
Wow, that's a good question. I would say me myself, however much I'm talented, it would be hard for you guys to see me on this level if there was no social media. That it has been like a big
support
on my on my business, social media. Like not even just me, like in this growing like industry, like we need social media. It has really helped me to put me out there, because I have like many people I can reach through, even if I may do my videos. I will get a big audience.
Yeah, that is true. Because even me, I came to know about Joram through the social media.
Yes. Yes, so that you wouldn't, I would just be there on the ground, like doing, of course, this good work I do when I just like people who are around me that are seeing that. Social media has really put me up there. Really appreciate that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So later on the show, you're going to give us your social media handles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
But challenges that you've encountered over time.
Challenges I've encountered over time. I would say like, okay, me like it's personal. I would say first of all, I put it on me some kind of ignorance. You know, there's a time I used to think like maybe I've made it. Okay, you get like that a village excitement when you start like making. So I just became ignorant about like some few things, which made me like go on like a small setback. But of course, okay, I advised myself. I also like talked to some few people. I went back on top. Yeah.
Yeah, so the challenge was yourself.
Myself, like I would say like that I can call like a big challenge, but I also like those minor challenges of fanikazi, like suppliers and stuff like that.
Yeah, and challenges will always be there.
Those actually I don't even like consider them as challenges.
I just love the way you are relaxed.
No. I'm not relaxed. I think I wouldn't say even like I wouldn't say even like it's confidence, but I think it's understanding some things. These things that you see, why I shouldn't consider those as challenges. There are things that happen in business. So you don't have to consider. You just have to work on them. You don't have to consider them as challenges. Yeah.
So have you ever felt like closing the business?
Never do such a thing.
Yes, come rain, come sun. Come rain, come sunshine.
I can't. I can't. It can't. I think that will be the day maybe I'm tired of like doing hair, but apparently like it has even never crossed my mind.
Yeah. So because you said you can never, that will never happen in a million years. So what makes you, what motivates you each and every day? What makes you wake up early and say that, you know what, I'm going to make sure that my business becomes successful?
What, first of all, like me myself, okay, why should I close a business? where will I eat? First of all, also you give it on the ground. If it's not me only, like look around, like the people you are employing.
Yeah.
Where are they going to go if you close?
In this economy, yeah, there are no jobs.
Surely. So you look at all those factors. Also, yeah, I'm a man. I don't like being chill there. Like I think like it somehow sabotages like my mind. I always want to be on that go. That's why me, even if you find me in the salon, I'm not busy. You find me doing content.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to be there like thinking about like stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, so I think you must be a very good boss to work with.
I wouldn't blow my own trumpet, but you can see that on when you visit my salon.
Yeah.
I know my clients can know that
yeah.
I'm that kind of a guy. Yeah.
Yes, and our viewers, tell us if you've ever heard about Joram Locks. You can send in your views. We want to hear from you. What do you think about the show this morning? With Joram, Victor Kioko is the entrepreneur behind Joram Locks, and he's taking us through everything we need to know about starting, maintaining, and growing a business. So we are taking a short break, but don't touch that dial. You can continue interacting with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. Remember to include your name and where you're watching us from. Yeah, so we are taking a short breather. Don't go anywhere.
Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
Well, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's arts. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m, I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how to handle these big and disturbing topics at Faraja TV Kenya and all our social media platforms. Thank you.
Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and good times.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Kwa majina ni John Mragori, ninaokuletea program ya uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu, na programu yetu ya kujia mnamo siku ya kila Jumapili saa 1:30 katika runinga yetu ya Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha. Karibu sana, karibu pamoja, tushirikiane katika uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu. Karibuni na mbarikiwe sana. God bless you. God see you through.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Blast show on Faraja TV,
where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m, whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts,
your boy Big Man Kyuga,
and of course, Mickey Omchambuliv,
and Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Ujambo mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu ndani ya Fahamu Siasa na Wanasiasa. Hapa tutakuwa tunaangazia masuala ya katiba, uchumi na teknolojia. Vile vile utaweza kufahamu na kujua kazi ya mjumbe wako, seneta wako, MCA wako kila siku ya Jumatatu na Alhamisi kuanzia mida ya saa 3 hadi saa 5. Ukiletewa nami Peter Mohoro. Usikose kutazama Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
Sikuna mchana nakupa sifa, day and night, Lord.
Indeed, tunakupa sifa zote ni kwako ewe Mungu. This is Nuru ya Injili Gospel Show, ambapo tutakuwa tunawaletea amazing guests, amazing artists, inspired ministers of the word.
And we shall be having interesting conversations. It shall be hot, it shall be fire, it shall be rejuvenating right here at Nuru ya Injili. Of course, hii si ya kukosa. Kutakuwa na mixes kali, new song, new banger, na hii mtazamaji wetu utapenda. Kutakuwa na a lot of fun yenye wewe mwenyewe huwezi miss.
I will be your host, Jack Favor.
And I, your co-host, Caroline Jerry, alongside DJ Tish.
Every Sunday
from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Nuru ya Injili only at Faraja TV.
Welcome back, our dear viewers. This is still Morning Updates, and my name is Vicky Kiptor, and I have an amazing guest here in studio with us today, and he's Joram Victor Kioko. He's the entrepreneur behind Joram Locks, and he's taking us through everything we need to know about starting, maintaining, and growing a business. Yeah, and you can interact with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, Faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya. And our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. Tell us what you think about the show this morning. We value your feedback. If you have any question, you can ask through our social media handles and also our SMS number that I've just given you. And we have feedback from Jeffries, and she's saying she's tuned in, she's enjoying the show, and she's saying that I should say hi to the guests. So yeah, so continue sending in your feedback. Yeah, Joram, what do you think about the show this morning?
I think I'm enjoying the show apparently.
Yeah. Yes, and I think we're learning a lot, especially from you. You're young, of course. Yeah. And nowadays, especially the Gen Z, they don't have patience. Yeah, they just want instant success. They just want to wake up one morning and drive the latest car, own a big mansion. That is true. So what can you tell them?
What's our forex?
Atuachomei lakini.
I would say like, okay, if I go like spiritually, there's a way like God created each and every one.
Yeah.
You get? It's not that if you work hard, you're going to make it. And it's not like if you become lazy, like money, I think you have to work first. Then you see like what is for me, like mbela, what am I going to get? Because you're not just going to sit there and you start uanze kufinya simu yako, wewe ufikirie utapata hiyo pesa. You're not. Wake up, go to work. Because me, I'm just here. Like if like the 8 years I've told you, like those are the years that I've made here. But it's not that I wasn't working.
You started as an employee.
There's something I tell people and I just feel like mostly
humble
like
beginnings.
My employees, I tell them, me I used to do this. Me nishafanya mjengo. But when I tell like some of my employees, they just like, where you're just trying to tell us something so that we can
talk.
You get. No, you have to work, and nothing is free. You just have to earn, like to get something. You just need to work to earn something.
Yeah, and did you ever have goals?
Yeah, of course I have. If you don't have goals, of course you're not making anything. Like why are you then? You don't have goals. So mostly, let me just put it on my business, the goals I have, like to, you see, like I'll even put it also like on the youth, like to make like people who are my age, people who are young, so that I can inspire them to become something. I can inspire them to become like me or even more than me. Because I have people, like a lot, apparently, in these years I've been here, that people have grown to become where they are right now.
So you are also a mentor.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah, so that's actually like one of my main goals, to inspire people who are my age, who are young than me. Other people who are grown, like I don't want, but my meaning, even when I'm praying, like just to inspire them to become something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. And you've talked about that you always set goals. Yeah. And so what, because I believe people set goals, but now sticking to the goals. So what makes you stick to the goals?
What makes me stick to the goals? Okay, what makes me stick to the goals? Like the ambitions I have, like before I start even like setting up like these goals. Like before you start setting a goal, you just have ambition, be like, if this thing like I'm working on, if it works out, I'm going to be like this. Is the thing I'm like working on, like, so the ambitions I have when I'm setting these goals, they keep on me going.
So you don't have room for laziness. And you say that you've worked for over years now. So what are the lessons and experience you've learned?
The what?
The lessons and experiences you've learned.
I think the lesson I've learned, like I can take it on me right now. I just think you have to be humble. It doesn't even cost anything to be humble.
That is
Up
true.
to this point, I even tell like my my workers, when we in the salon, like a client can come. You get? Akona hasira zake. You as a service provider, like this person has come with this such an attitude. You're working in hospitality. It's kind of like the business we are in, like it's like that. Where it's not going to cost you anything. Because at the end of the day, you are going to offer service. This person is going to give you money. Just be humble.
Yeah, and it will depend if the customer will come again.
I know it's literally it's about her giving you money. You don't know this person. Utaleta kiburi yako, hujui huyu mtu anaweza kufanya nini. You get? So it doesn't cost anything for you to be humble. Because me, like, I can give you a story. Kitambo, I remember when I was employed, I used to be, there is this guy that it was my second boss. I used to be his best, favorite, like I knew like I was it all guy, like in that salon. So nikaanza kukuwa na
kiburi. Unajua wewe ndio msee. Customers wakikuja wanakuulizia wewe.
So I think like I'm the it guy.
Wewe ndio kusema.
Also like by doing that I was also feeding this kind of stupid, okay, sorry to use such language, mentality in other new like employees. And also unknowingly, this person gave me a chance to work for him. But me, I was just doing the vice versa. Being knowing that this guy can't even fire me. I'm the one who makes him a lot of money here. But the day that guy fired me, I realized like
you can be replaced.
I can be replaced. And he was like the best person who had ever employed me. He was like, but me just being like, then I'm like, oh, me, I'm like this. So I think I wouldn't like want another person who has got like such a chance to go through what I went through. It took me some time like to settle vizuri, to get somewhere, like to get a good salon and stuff like that. Because I wasn't humble and I was like being treated vizuri. Imagine. Yeah, so I can tell people like young guys who are employed, because me I'm focusing on people who are young, like is just be humble, because that's around that age is why like you get the confusion and stuff like that. It doesn't cost you anything and it will take you somewhere. It will take you somewhere. The more you be humble, people are going to like you. Okay, be humble. It won't take long. You're going to make it. Please.
Pride.
Don't sikuwe na kakaburi. Punguza.
Yeah, that's amazing. At least you've learned. And I think that is the benefit of starting as an employee and now you owning your own business. So do you take your employees through training on how to handle customers?
And mostly I like doing one-on-one. Okay, of course, like sometimes you have to do it as a group, but I like that one-on-one because I know like I'm going to put enough information in here. They know me. So if it's one-on-one, I like that. I always do that. Yeah.
So let's now talk about the government, do you think we have a conducive country to grow a business?
I think everyone know what I'm Because apparently, I wouldn't say, apparently, like, things are not okay. Things are not okay everywhere. I think the government imezembea kidogo pali, like it has forgot about like us. Also, okay, most especially some
the
like
youth,
the youth and also like the small businesses. I think they are focusing on these big ones. And I don't know, we are also coming. So I think also the government, I think the way like it can work on this, because we also need their support.
Yeah, that is
we also
true.
need their support.
Yeah, because you realize people want to start a business, but especially the young people, but there's no capital.
There's no capital. I think for that, government should like give access to some of the youth who are trying to start something, access like to some conducive like funds, also other like government resources, which can enable like these youth to do something for themselves. And also, by the way, like this is very important for the government. I think they can be more transparent rather, and okay, like I will focus on transparent. In which way? Because there are some policies that are not clear. They're not like giving like clear systems and stuff. In a way,
and they
like,
don't favor the youth.
They don't favor the youth. Like in a way, government. Let's put it on the taxes. He'll come to your shop. They tell you, this came like we introduced this, we changed this, but we don't know about that. I think they can create like some communication, also like some classes and stuff where they can teach us on what is this.
And that is true, because not all of us are economists. So when they come up with maybe the finance bill, we don't understand. So they should take us through every step of how or what we should know about the taxes that are there.
Some of the youths are very like unknowingly ignorant about the tax policies and regulations. I think the government should look
and also filing returns, because there are people who don't know that they should
like
file returns.
That's why I've told like they unknowingly they don't know about that thing.
It's
because
not
about
that
like
they
every
don't
time
want.
people are going to be having an accountant. Like even like me, like when I was starting, I didn't know about all this stuff.
That is true.
But it's okay. It's good like having a good connection with people and stuff like that. That's how I learned it. But some of the people, like some of the young people I've met, like in business, they're having that problem. I think the government should underlook on that thing. Especially you guys should be transparent.
Wow.
For real.
Thank you for that. So how do you see yourself in future? Where do you see yourself in future?
I would say I don't want to put myself like far. I want like this I sleep on it, I wake up on it. I just want to see myself in the next 3 years when I have like Joram locks almost in each and every county.
Wow.
When I have I've told you like that is not something I want to even to think about. I wake up thinking about it, I sleep thinking about it.
You dream about
hopefully God will help me to run my goals, but I pray that happens.
And dreaming is effortless, so don't fear to dream.
It's not it's a dream which is going to be put in reality.
So right about now, encourage a youth who wants to start a business. What tips can you give them?
That tips, like I think first of all, like I said, you should do research. Don't just come from anywhere. You just be like, oh, Joram as a sound, it's working like this, and you also like go into that business. Know what you can do. Just know like chew what you can swallow. You know, like you can get money abruptly somewhere. Before you use that money, please do research. Like, what can you do? What can you do? Don't just do anything just like for. Yeah.
Alafu tusipige sherehe tena sana.
Yeah.
Tusahau. Kesho tutakula.
Sherehe ni lazima but usipige sana.
Sana. That
Yeah.
is important. Yeah, thank
and
you
also
for
they
that.
should put God first. I think
Yeah.
like, you put God first.
Impressive. Put
and
God
also,
first.
You guys should be happy. Don't depress yourself. If you feel like you're depressed, talk to someone.
Yeah.
People are there to listen. People are there. They're
And
there
open
to
up.
listen. Just
Open up.
to people because many young guys are going through depression. I don't
Many
know.
people are bitter, and I think it's because maybe of unemployment.
Yeah, unemployment. Also, like the things like we see on social media, you just be scrolling. Like you see something like, they are going through this. I don't know if there's a way like social media can predict your feelings and your emotions. They just start like bringing you that. So you just be there focusing on your phone. Like talk to people.
And I also think that social media has contributed that
however
at some
much
point.
it has like
Yes,
helped us, but also
you're like
people nowadays prefer to be on social media.
Comparison, and that is where
each
comparison
other.
comes in, because you're like, this is what
Yeah,
my friend
be
is
like,
doing, this is what my friends are doing,
some of
I'm
them are
doing
fake.
nothing. Yeah.
So please just be happy. Don't depress yourself.
Yeah. Yes, and as we are winding up, again, take us through Joram Locks. What services you offer, what you do. Yeah, is it affordable? Yeah, and also the location in Nairobi and also here in Nakuru County.
Yeah, so like in both branches, specific, like we mostly specialize in dreadlocks, all dreadlock services.
Wow.
Give it if you want to do natural dreadlocks with your own hair, natural sister locks, artificial sister locks, human hair, the grafting. Grafting is the one I told you, like, let's say you had locks, then you cut them off, you want to put them back, like natural ones.
Okay.
That's called grafting.
Grafting.
Yeah, we got them like using the crochet method. The maintenance, anything you need to know about dreadlocks, you can contact us. But also, on the other hand, we also do other services you expect to find in a salon, in a beauty salon. Give it braids, manicure, pedicure, like everything you need to find us. We offer that. Yeah.
Do you have a spa?
No, a spa, not yet, but we are soon. Like we are expanding in Nairobi, so we are going to be having a spa.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, actually, like within 2 months. Yeah, it's going to be ready for you guys in Nairobi branch.
Yeah. So where are you located? Here in Nakuru.
Here in Nakuru, we are located at Hyrax Seal House. Here it's area 58, just near 7D. In Nairobi, we are at Highway Mall, just opposite Nyayo Stadium.
And it's open from what time?
From 7 to 7. Yeah, but on Sunday, 9 to 4.
9 to 4. Yeah, so you can also share your contacts and your social media handles.
Yeah, so my contact is 076 97 14 808. I'll be the one to pick up the call if you call.
Yeah, so you're doing everything.
I have to be everywhere.
Wow,
I don't want to rest. And also, you can find us on our social media platforms, like Joram Locks in Nakuru for here, Nakuru. Joram Locks for the official, like in Nairobi, YouTube, Joram Locks, everywhere, Joram Locks. Anyway, you want to find us, Joram Locks.
Yeah, and they also do an amazing job. So if you want to look natural.
I know those guys, they know that we are the best in this business. This is not
it's out there.
Yeah, we are the best. My work speaks for itself. They know this. What's stopping you from booking your appointment? And you guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. And thank you for coming. And I have to ask you this last question. If you can give yourself advice 10 years ago, what would that be and why?
10 years ago?
10 years ago.
I think I would have told myself I would have started earlier.
Yeah.
Like this, like no, like Papa, when that work. I think I would just told you, like, you just go, you learn to do dreadlocks.
Take the risk.
Yeah. Because it has really put me somewhere. It has gone from somewhere up to somewhere.
Wow. That's amazing. And I've enjoyed this, but it's unfortunate that we are coming to the end of the show. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you for coming, finding time, and I think we will do this again some other time. So our viewers, you can continue interacting with us. Tell us what you think about the show this morning. Our guest, have you ever heard about Joram Locks? And you can do that through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is 0703339959. Yeah, so Joram, parting shots. Anything else we want to know about you and the business?
I think I've poured it all. I think I've poured it all.
So I've also learned we should take risk. Yes, and also we should treat our employees well, and our customers especially, because customers are always right. So let's do this again tomorrow, but now without the guest, from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. have been your host, Vicky Kipto. This is Morning Updates, and thank you very much for staying with us. Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
Wow, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's art.